This is my community life. Each episode is a snapshot into what it's really like to live at Braziers. Today I took a wander up past the greenhouse and the veg garden to where Simon is making his caravan warmer for the winter. I help him with the frame, which we later put insulation into, and we also take a peek into at mealtime at Braziers Park. So we've just had our chimney swept, and now I'm off to visit Simon, who is making his accommodation winterable. Rich is busy making our beautiful walls a little more stable. Let's go. Beautiful greenhouse. Sarah is busy planting out
winter spinach.
Nice. Our beautiful garden, nicely ready for the winter. Lots of crops that are still going, and we've got a lot of apples at the moment. That's what we're busy with, apple pressing. When I say we, of course, mostly it's other people because I work outside the community. And then this is Cliff's project, building a shepherd's hut. Aha! Here he is.
Hello.
What are you up to, Simon?
I'm hammering stuff. No, the first thing I'm doing is, so I'm not going to use this window anymore, and it kind of overhangs a little bit. So I'm going to, I've just chopped the strip of plastic off, and then just closed it permanently, and then that's what we're going to get insulated over.
Gotcha. So the main aim here is insulating, isn't it, for the winter?
Exactly, yes. This was this was last week's work, building this frame.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday I cut these out, these curved bits. I just had to guess, and then sort of trial and error getting this middle one right.
So did you have a few offcuts, ones that didn't work?
Oh yeah, many offcuts. And then cutting the insulation and shoving that in there. The point of these wooden bits is that I'm going to put some cladding boards over the top so it looks a bit nicer. The main job for today is building this frame on the side.
Aha, so that we can put more insulation down there.
Yeah. This is the side we're working on today. This is the alley side. I've called it garden side and alley side. And this is so I've done this bottom one along the thing with all the legs, so that's level. So we've just got to cut these bands and across. And so that's the layout. What I've done to make it, lots and lots of pencils. Oh, not the alley side, the door side frame. This is the same thing, but just mapped out with all the different verticals we need, all labelled, so we can label them on the post so we know what we want and you know which bit's going where. So far I have cut V1, V2, V1 and V2, just vertical. The hat is purely ergonomical. It is to hold the pencil. It's nothing to do with how it looks. So there's going to be insulation here on the wall. It's going to come up to this thickness, and then going to cut it so it's level with this, and then insulation on here is going to come out on top of that. So yes, we want this flush. And then next is to do the horizontals in between, which should all be the same length of 972 millimeters.
970, and there's a little 2. There.
Beautiful. Obviously measuring is good, but in general I always prefer to like mark things in place, because then you just know. Plus it means you don't have to measure. don't trust that laser line.
Okay.
Rule number 1. Up against the back, so it's straight, that's it. This one in on the left. So if you pull the saw down, and then you can line it up by eye so that you can see the saw comes down on the line.
There's multiple dashes. Yep. Yep. How's my handiwork then, Simon?
Yeah, looks about right. Your handiwork is fantastic. It's my measuring that I have to trust. Oh God, and is it right?
It's about right.
Right. Yeah, it's all right at the top, isn't it? Why is it a bit longer at the bottom? Have we got a wonky window? You have a very handy tool. Straight. Oh, there it is. It's a little bit. There we go. Oh, lovely. That's there. I'm hoping I did all this before when I measured it. What I'm going to do is mark it down here so you know where these belong. Oh, fantastic video here because I can just do it in place. Things I was thinking about today as a challenge is, so this is just going to be freestanding at the moment, so there's nothing, we build that frame, put it there, there's nothing to stop it just falling backwards,
Right.
except it is going to be secured onto these side frames here and here, but then, you know, it still could sort of, you know, warp in the middle. So one solution to that would be to do long horizontal ones across, so that's kind of like battened from there to there, but we can't because of the door. I don't know whether it's probably better to do long horizontal ones anyway. I can't remember why I chose to do it like this. Yeah, so this is the thing where it's like kind of, if we just go along, see it's kind of, it'll fall back. It'll be secured on there. But I think I'm just going to have to accept and put a couple of screws into the caravan just to keep that.
So that it doesn't wobble back,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Because it's not secured up there, is it?
No,
it may be
right.
secured down there.
I did have an original idea of putting effectively building a big frame hat. So it would have things, battens going across and securing down. But it again gets like building framing over and up that, because I want it to be, I want to keep the shape. I don't want to just like make a big box out of it. So yeah, I'm just going to do it like this, fasten it to the caravan.
This one doesn't wobble.
We'll leave this here. Yeah, this is actually kind of naturally fastened. So there's a little lip down here, which it's butted up against, and then these lips here,
Well, that's handy. Yeah.
which are notched in.
And you just cut it so that it slits in there. Nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do an angled thing at the top, which means moving that saw around, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Get the angle. And that's where the laser is very useful.
Oh, this is making me tired. Can we have some tea?
Wait, you can have that's my favourite mug.
Oh, okay.
Very special.
Smells good.
Are you enjoying yourself, Heather?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm getting a bit more experience in woodwork, so that's good.
Yeah.
Have you done lots of woodwork before?
Not a lot. I've built bits and bobs. I built a stool and a desk and some insulate. I did some cladding in it. I've kind of done one of everything that I'm doing. But it's just, I love it. It's just problem solving, real life problem solving.
Yeah, it's a bit like that with my compost toilet, because I've never done anything like that before,
Yeah.
but you've been helpful with.
Yes, all that weaving. I think I can see how, like, if I was doing this, if I had to do this 50 times, it would get very tedious.
Yeah.
But the first time, because you have to work, it's almost, and if someone came along and told me how to do it, that would also be a bit easier. It's the problem solving that's the fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's much more satisfying as well when you kind of, not only have you built it, but you've kind of figured out how to build it.
Yeah.
And obviously there's going to be mistakes.
Yeah. So have you found you've been doing a lot more of this stuff since moving into braziers? Yeah, I've kind of taken on more of, I've taken on a little DIY job, fixing chairs. Oh yes, I spotted that. Yeah.
Did you see the chair in the dining room? It's this kind of odd little stump. There's a beautiful chair, all very well designed, and this odd little stump in the top.
But it does the job.
It does the job.
That's the thing.
So far, I hope no one swings around with it too much.
So when did you came? January, was it?
February.
February. Oh right.
I think the second.
Simon and I chat a little bit about what brought us to community. If you want to see that, subscribe and I'll put it on soon. Right, are we ready to go and have some lunch?
Yes, lunchtime.
We just hit the 10-minute bell. Looks like we haven't got leftovers today. Looks delicious. Yeah, we did those. Oh, at least from my perspective.
Oh, sorry, Simon, you said not interesting things. I understand. This is too interesting, though. And I have to say it again with perfect handle. Oh, I could have a new idea that I understood.
What have you been up to?
You've done this well. Blimey, oh gang. Progress.
I'm not doing
Oh, are you filming sound as well?
hammer.
Hammer. I'm drilling. I'm screwing to the caravan.
You're not.
Just one because it's gonna. Otherwise, it might warp.
Hole in the caravan.
There's a hole in my caravan.
And the wind.
Didn't you make a hole before, Cliff?
I meant someone not to make holes in the caravan if I could avoid it.
I just figured it'd be attached there, but there's still a chance it would come.
The middle of it could sway a bit. We'll let it push close to the caravan. Yeah, that's much better.
So we've made 2 holes with the screws.
Yes.
And then we'll secure that bit. And maybe that's all you need because you've already got it's secured with the.
Oh look,
the roof.
I've got 2 in there now. Yeah, thanks. Big push. This is it, the attachment of the frame. Oh!
That was very quick.
Oh! What a feeling. The idea was not having the edge of a foam exposed to the top, so it's like...
As opposed to outside. If that's going to be cloudy on here anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but on the top,
It'll work.
yeah.
And in future videos, Tim will also tell you a little bit about his community thoughts.
You lie about that. I do also love living here. This is the best place to live.
So we've just got a few more fiddly bits to do.
Security. That pushed up against it. Nope. Nope. Beautiful.
Now the fun bit.
Time for the snaps. Oh. Lap it on.
It's a bit like icing a cake.
I don't know if I'd want to eat any of your cakes. It's not a very generous amount of icing on there, is there?
Do you want more?
Yeah. I want to taste the sugar. Yeah, nice.
Is that better? Yes, that's more like it.
I've saved the whole load by not using them on the side, so I feel quite content with that. It's going to be a nice warm belly.
Maybe just some like big single dollops.
That's a big dollop. That's a massive dollop. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes.
Here we go.
All in the knees.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah. He doesn't stop coming.
So we're now applying the cream to the cake.
I don't think this would be a advisable technique.
Is that right? Can you do it?
Apparently this stuff is horribly sticky.
Is it like whipped cream or it's just like a
Just cream.
cake? Just cream.
Just cream. Very sticky stuff.
Such a lot of work, but it's almost finished, isn't it? I will certainly be posting a little update on Simon's Caravan in future videos to see, well, the final product. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful.